Good morning. I pray that your Wednesday was filled with spaces and places of joy, of peace, of happiness. And I have to share something with you. This is my third time trying to do this video because I keep moving towards between two different topics. But I'm going to stick with the one that I really want to talk about. Michelle Obama, our former favorite, I guess, First Lady, had coined or spoken about when they go low, we go high. When they go low, we go high. But as many of you know, there are some situations in our lives, there's some things that we encounter when feels very difficult. When they, the proverbial they, have gone low, that we can go high. Our best intentions may be, I want to be the bigger person. All of our spiritual and religious training may have said to us, be the bigger person, exhibit the love that you wish you had. But deep down in our spirit, deep down in your soul, deep down in your shanana, something actively resisted because something or someone has gone low. Something or someone has done something to us that feels so egregious, that is so painful, that all we want, if we're honest, is for them to feel the same pain that we are experiencing in that moment. And what made me think about this topic, I was on Twitter, and someone had posted about how she had unfriended people who she felt had bullied her. And I'm going to read you because I wrote down this one sentence that I want to speak about. And she said specifically, and she called their names and said, "I hope you're miserable." And that stopped me for a minute. It really stopped me because I thought about that. She not only named that she said she unfriended them, she named them by name, the first names, and then said, "I hope you're miserable." And if I'm honest, there has probably been a few times in my life when I could really relate to what she's feeling. And it also made me think of a song by Randy Crawford. This is an old song. And the song says, "I hope you'll be very unhappy without me. May your tomorrows all turn blue. Because you took away my pride, and now I want to see you cry. I just can't be that big about losing you." Child, I was in my 20s and I used to sing that song over and over again. I'd be hard pressed to say who I was singing about, but if I'm honest, I know exactly who I was singing it about. I just could not find a space anywhere in me to be the bigger person. But as I now look back with more mature eyes, with more growth, I recognize and I'm able to accept and to validate that that person who I wanted so many bad things for, was it really all his fault? The circumstances or people who made me feel so bad about myself, yes, they did do what they did, but where was I emotionally? You know, was I really what how do I say this? Did I have what was in me to be able to stand up for myself? Where was my self confidence? Where was my own sense of self worth? And I'm not saying that I deserve that treatment. But I am saying that as I have grown, as I have begun to do a lot of self evaluation and self worth, I recognize that it takes two to tango. I recognize that the situations we find ourselves in, yes, they might suck sometimes. Yes, sometimes we may be treated in a way that no one should be treated. But to wish misery on someone, to wish unhappiness on someone, to wish all the things we don't want in our life on someone else, in the moment, I must admit, it felt good. But in the long run, what I realized, it blocked me from my healing. It blocked me from my growth. It blocked me from my restoration. I was so focused on what bad things I wanted for the folk who hurt me, that I had left no room for what I needed so that I could fully grow, so I could fully heal. On my webpage, which is being reworked on, it's being reformatted right now, and I'm so excited it's almost done. But my graphic is the graphic of a phoenix, and the phoenix is the bird that rises from the ashes. You know, the fire was supposed to destroy it, but the phoenix rises. That you know, the phoenix is rising from what should have destroyed it, what should have kept it down. And that's the graphic that I use. Because there's been so many things in my life, it's the same thing as so many things in your life that should have destroyed you. That even when those things happened, thinking badly about our perpetrators, wishing ill will on the folk who chose not to love us in the way we needed to be loved, staying stuck in that place has the potential of taking us out. And I don't know about you, but I made a decision some time ago. I want to live. I'm choosing growth. I want to be able to not stay stuck in the past by wishing misery on anyone, by wishing unhappiness on anyone. I want to be able to experience the fullness of life and all that life has to offer. And I invite you to consider that for you. That instead of staying stuck on being angry, being stuck on those ill feelings, you don't go high because it makes you, because you are the better person. Because sometimes we don't feel like that. Sometimes we're not the better person. But we let go of those negative feelings because we want to make space for us to be the best person we can be. And let me say that a little differently. It's not that you want to be better than the person who hurt you, because that has some other connotation to it. But you want to be the best you can be, not because of that other person, but simply because that's how you have been created. You've been created full of potential. You've been created to grow. You have been created to excel. And you can't do any of those things if you're stuck wishing bad and ill feelings on those people who, yes, have hurt you, but no longer deserve any space in your life. And I could probably go on and on with this, but I invite you to re-listen to this and let it sink in. And if you have any persons who deep down inside you still are wishing them ill, consider letting that go. Not necessarily because you're the better person, but because you want to open up space. You no longer want to let those persons live rent-free in your head. You want to open up space for positivity. Love you all. I will talk with you tomorrow. Stay warm, stay safe, and spread a little joy today. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.